over by killing them. We cannot kill our way out of this war. We need, in the longer term, medium and longer term, to go after the root causes that leads people to join these groups, whether it's lack of opportunity for jobs.
All right, you all remember that. Welcome to Give Me Five. Maria Harf. Maria Harf was passed over for a promotion. She is not the new State Department spokesperson. They brought someone else in, and you'll hear who. They kept her in this subservient secondary role. Look, this woman. But who's defending Maria Harf? James Rosen of Fox News and Megyn Kelly. That's right. Watch.
That exchange with Chris Matthews, I think, was widely misunderstood. I think Chris Matthews was the first person to be malicious about it. He immediately pounced on what she was saying, which George W. Bush used to say. We need economic opportunity in the Middle East to thwart jihadism. I think everyone would agree with that. But Chris Matthews dove right in, and he said something to the effect of, like, this is like juvenile delinquency in the 50s in this country. Is that what you're comparing it to? And, of course, it was belittling. And so much of the criticism against Maria Harf, I think, has been sexist in nature, juvenile in nature.
Really? James? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do we have a schoolboy crush? What the heck? George W. Bush never said what Maria Harf said the way Maria Harf said it, and doubled down and doubled down and doubled down. And by the way, if you said everybody would agree with that? You think all they need is economic opportunity? And there'll be no jihad or limited jihad? What about the doctors and the rich people, the well-to-do people, the organizers of jihad and al-Qaeda and terrorist groups, the scientists, the lawyers? What about them? They don't have jobs either? Come on, James, get off it. But Maria Harf is totally, totally unqualified. Looks, sounds, acts unqualified for the job she has. That's not sexist and that's not juvenile. Here's more.
Perhaps you could explain why this president, when he has about 2.5 years left on his term, a little less than that, feels he cannot complete this mission.
Well, let's talk about what this mission means, because I think that's a catchphrase, and let's talk about what it means to degrade, disrupt, and ultimately defeat a terrorist organization. Completing the mission is a term, I don't even know what that means when you're talking about terrorist organizations. What we think it means is taking away their ability to attack the homeland and to threaten our interests.
So as you can see, Marie could sometimes be given to snippiness. The fact is that completing the mission and use of the word the mission was being used at that very same time by none other than Rear Admiral Kirby.
And Rear Admiral Kirby is now the new chief spokesman for the State Department. That's right. Here's more.
But I would say of Marie that I think she forcefully advocated the administration's line. She slid through an awful lot of abuse at times, some of it self-inflicted, the large majority of it not, and I think it was somewhat disloyal of Secretary Kerry to pass her over in this instance. I think she had earned the right to that job. That's not to say that Admiral Kirby is a poor choice, but there are also some factors involving his selection, Megyn, that I think are going to cause some problems.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. I'm sorry, James Rosen is way off base. Maria Harf was a disaster, a disaster. She doubled down with Chris Matthews in that interview. She doubled down. Well, if only they had jobs, if only they had economic opportunity. You can't beat them with guns. And in that exchange with James Rosen, what does it mean to defeat a terrorist group? In the case of ISIS, you wipe them away. You wipe away their infrastructure. You wipe away their fighters. You destroy them. That's what it means. Give me a break. She said, I don't even know what that means. Then you don't belong in the job. Come on, is that sexist? Is that juvenile? Give me a break. One more.
There has never been in modern times a military person who has been the spokesperson for the Department of State. Typically between state and DOD, there's been a historic friction. We'll see how he deals with that. Lastly, I've had some run-ins with Admiral Kirby in the Pentagon press briefing room. He has always sought to maintain that he doesn't defend this administration or this president of the United States. He's the spokesman of the Department of Defense. Now Kirby's job is going to be to defend this administration. We'll see how he handles that, and also how he handles the job that has been Marie's for some time of defending Hillary Clinton in this whole email controversy.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, but I think John Kerry did the right thing. Your Newsmax Now updates next.